published with the name of Gujishta Lucknow, which is bygone Lucknow, by Abdul Halim Sharar. Maulana Abdul Halim Sharar, doston. This writer was not only a writer, he was an editor, he was a translator who translated many books, including from Bengali, because he knew Bengali quite well. He knew French also quite well, and was an activist. Now, they say that if you have to understand a book, you have to know three things. You have to know the book a little bit. You have to know a little about the author, and you better know something about the context in which a book was written. So let me first give you a little bit about the author and the context, friends. So the context here, let me start with year 1855. Awadh was ruled by its last Nawab, or the last king of India as it is called, Wajid Ali Shah. You must have all heard about this name in different contexts, different lights. Now in 1855, this was only the 9th year of Wajid Ali Shah in the rule of Lucknow, on the seat of Lucknow, on the takht of Lucknow, when he sent his predominantly Muslim army to the famous/infamous town of Ayodhya. And in Ayodhya, why he had sent his army was because Ayodhya was having riots between Hindus and Muslims. And what the riots were for? What else? Babri Masjid. In this case, because the Hindus had gone to the Babri Masjid saying that open the masjid, it belongs to us, etc., etc., it's the Janam Bhumi, a big contingent of Muslim hooligans had gone to Hanuman Gadi. And they are saying, we'll first capture Hanuman Gadi and we'll break Hanuman Gadi. And now Wajid Ali Shah's troops go there, and on the orders of Wajid Ali Shah, a Muslim Nawab of Lucknow, 400 Muslim hooligans were shot dead and slashed dead. Because he thought it's nobody's business to go and pull down anybody's ibadat gah, anybody's mandir, anybody's masjid. He was a Muslim king killing 400 Muslims in the city of Ayodhya. But what he gets in return? What he gets in return is Outram, who is the resident of the British in Lucknow, he gives him a warning letter that there's a lot of bloodletting and bloodshedding happening in your Raj. You be beware of it, otherwise you will be removed. And in the same year in London, there is a book which comes out which is called The Private Life of an Eastern King. And this private life of an Eastern King paints not only Wajid Ali Shah but also the kingdom of Awadh, that as if everything that is happening there is regressive, is debauchery, is debase, is degrade, nothing else but debauchery is happening in Awadh. And that's mostly the life we also most of us remember. Wajid Ali Shah matlab naach, gana, khana, peena, or kuch nahi. हम ये भूल जाते हैं कि he was also a ruler who was trying to put down his own clan if he had to keep the order. ये हम भूल जाते हैं. And in 1856, by the then Governor General Dalhousie, he gets a letter saying that you better sign this annexation paper and be another king in India who gets his kingdom, gives his kingdom to the British, and the British suzerainty comes to play. Can I have some water? Another Dalhousie ka. The king of Awadh refuses to sign this letter, and in 1856, when he gets no reply from Calcutta, from Dalhousie, he leaves Lucknow to go and protest to Dalhousie and see that how legally he can argue his case there. With him goes his whole big retinue from Lucknow, which includes his mother, his brother, his family, some of his wives, etc., etc. By the time he reaches Calcutta, Dalhousie has gone and Canning has come. And Canning refused to meet him. When Canning refused to meet him, he doesn't know what to do. It's 56, remember, 1856. 1857 is yet to happen. When for 1 year he waits in Calcutta, he goes and lives in a place called Garden Reach, which is right opposite the botanical garden on the other side of Ganges, other side of Hooghly. He stays put there, he waits for an audience, he is not given any audience, or he is not given the 21 gun salute in Calcutta, which he was entitled to by that time, because he is a king. He has not signed the papers, but he has not shown any respect, any honor, which he expected and which was by law his. जब ये सब कुछ नहीं होता है तो 1857 द मोमेंटस ईयर के बिगिनिंग में, जनवरी में, उनकी माँ और उनका भाई लंदन जाते हैं और माँ कहती है एक माँ की बात समझेगी और मैं जाके मलका टूरिया से, मतलब क्वीन विक्टोरिया से जाके बात करूंगी और वो मेरे बेटे का और मेरा और एक माँ का दर्द समझेगी और मैं उनसे बात करने जाऊंगी. शी गोज टू लंदन. यहां मार्च में कलकत्ते में और मई में बगल में मेरठ में 1857 का गदर शुरू हो जाता है. And the moment the Ghadar starts, he is picked up from Garden Reach and put in captivity at the famous Fort Williams. और उसके बाद में rest is history, as you know. लखनऊ में वाजिद अली शाह की एक छोड़ी हुई बीवी गदर करती हैं बेगम हजरत महल और लखनऊ को ब्रिटिश रिकैप्चर करते हैं आकर के. और लखनऊ में when the Lucknow city is recaptured, all that the British forces do is to hang Indians by each tree available in Lucknow. This is not my account. This is the accounts of the American papers. You should go to the building of National Archives here and read those papers. Each tree, they saw to it that there's no tree left untouched by a hanging Indian there. And the other thing they do is to go to the zoo and the menagerie, because Wajid Ali Shah loved his zoo and the menagerie. Go and kill those birds, kill those animals who are in captivity. The third thing they do is to demolish most of the iconic buildings. And Wajid Ali Shah is put in the jail in Calcutta. Now, 4 years after Wajid Ali Shah has left Lucknow, 3 years after the mutiny, and 2 years after the East India Company has been abolished, and a couple of years before Victoria will officially take over India, in 1860, Atul Tiwari Sharar is born in Lucknow. His father was Tafazzul Hussain, who was a Hakim. By the way, his Nana has also accompanied the whole party of Wajid Ali Shah to London when he had gone to London. So Tafazzul साहब के घर ही बच्चा पैदा होता है, लेकिन लखनऊ बिल्कुल लुटा पिटा है. और लखनऊ वालों के लिए और ख़ास करके उन लोगों के लिए जो वाजिद अली शाह से, उनके ख़ानदान से, उनके दरबार से जुड़े हुए थे, लखनऊ is no place to live now. So he also leaves with 9-year-old Sharar, goes to Calcutta. Calcutta, Wajid Ali Shah is let out of the jail after 2 years of the mutiny, and he goes and tries and rebuilds a mini Lucknow, because he is not allowed to go to Lucknow, which is mutiny ridden. He may engineer another mutiny. His wife had done one. So he creates a mini Lucknow there on mini reach, on the Garden Reach, which is called Matia Burj. Where there was a big, huge tila of mitti on that Ganga Kinara. So the whole place is called Matia Burj, a burj made of mitti. This is where he makes a mini Lucknow, tries to keep a little menagerie with tigers, some rhinos and things, has his own drama company, has his own dancers, has his own prostitutes, has a couple of hundred wives still, which he keeps sometimes divorcing in thok. मतलब एक दिन में 27 बीवियाँ, एक दिन में 12 बीवियाँ, ऐसे तलाक देते थे नाराज होके कभी-कभी. So ये सब चल रहा था वहाँ पे. And Sharar was going in that Calcutta.